And I have to say, they probably haven't given me any sound here. I don't think we actually did a sound check, did we, Mark? Okay. Mark knows me. He's been recording me for a long time and sounding me for a long time. I have to say, Andrea is a brilliant songwriter herself, and I'm proud to be able to sing some of her songs, which I do from time to time. She's just amazing. And another amazing local songwriter is the lovely Sue Whiten. And if you were here last night, you would have heard the lovely Missy Whiten and the Margueritas. And this is one of Sue's songs, and it's one of my favourites of hers. And it's called For Love. And because it's too hot, I'm going to have a little sip of water. I laid myself out on the floor for you. Took down the fence posts one by one. And I opened every room. I opened every room in my heart to you. We didn't speak, we didn't move at all. Words were not the currency we used. And you slipped under my skin. You slipped under my skin. They stayed. And I would do it all again. Oh, I would do it all again. Yes, I would do it all again and again and again and again. You shot me through the heart in cold, cold blood. My surrender, it was swift and it was sweet. I forgave you then, I forgive you now. I will forgive you still. And I would do it all again. Yes, I would do it all again. Oh, I would do it all again and again and again and again. Now I am with the others on the shelf. I hardly know myself why I'm still waiting. Sometimes I can feel you in my room. You move just like a robber in the night. I want to run, I want to hide. I want to love you one more time. And I would do it all again. Yes, I would do it all again. I would do it all again and again and again and again. I would do it all again. Yes, I would do it all again. I would do it all again and again and again. For love. You can train them, you know. And we're just so blessed to have some wonderful singer-songwriters around this part of the world. And I'd like to do this one. It's by Amanda Gilmore, and I don't know if you remember Amanda Gilmore. She was she had the band Fallen Angels, and she has now moved up to the to the Sunshine Coast, which is sad. But she's met up with John Holmberg again up there, and he was in Fallen Angels, and they're now singing in the duo Silver Lining. They came and did a set at Red Hill Folk within living memory, and this is her song, and it's the signature song of Fallen Angels. And if you know it, just hop in. You know, you probably have heard it. I'm a fallen angel in a white cotton dress. I'm dirty from the fall, and my heart's in a mess. I can hear the wind, it's howling like it's lonely, shaking the windows off my house. I hit the ground, dusted off and looked around. I searched for my wings in the dark where I found little bits and pieces almost torn beyond repair, caught between my fingers, in my hands and in my head. I'm a fallen angel, and I just hit the ground. I'm a fallen angel, but I'm still heaven bound. Well, I looked to heaven, and I cursed it for my pain. With the wreckage in my hand, I said, you let me fall again. I thought my wings would hold me wherever I fly. But sometimes the weather can catch you by surprise. I'm a fallen angel, just hit the ground. I'm a fallen angel, but I'm still heaven bound. There's only one thing I can do, so I better make a start. It might take some time to mend my wings and my heart. You and I are angels, and sometimes we fall. I've never known an angel who hasn't had to call. I'm a fallen angel in a white cotton dress. I'm dirty from the fall, and my heart's in a mess. I'm a fallen angel, and I just hit the ground. I'm a fallen angel, but I'm still heaven bound. I'm still heaven bound. Thank you. A sailor's life is a merry life. They tear young girls from their heart's delight, leaving them behind to grieve and mourn, and they know not when their lover will return. Here's 20 young men all in a row, and my true love cuts the finest show. He's proper, tall, genteel, with all, and if I can't have him, I'll have none at all. Oh, Father, build me a bonny boat, that on the deep water I may float, and every queen ship that passes by, there I'll inquire for my sailor boy. They'd not been sailing a league but three, when her true love ship she chanced to see. You sailors all come tell me true, does my sweet William sail among your crew? Oh no, fair lady, he is not here, for he's been drowned, we deeply fear. On yon green island where we passed by, there we lost sight of your sailor boy. She's wrung her hands and she tore her hair, much like some damsel in deep despair, and her bonny boat against the rocks was thrown. How can I live now that my William has gone? Thank you. That's a traditional British song. It's called A Sailor's Life. And if you follow British traditional music, you will probably already have realised that all the sailors in the British or Merchant Navy were called either William or Willie or John or Johnny. And interestingly, all the Williams kind of got drowned. It's mostly Williams that got drowned. They have this thing about water, I think. So if your name is William, I'd suggest you take note. And all the Johnnies or Johns tended to come back. Their sweethearts might have thought they'd been drowned or married or living overseas now or whatever, but they always come back in the end and find their true love after years and years and years, wherever she may be, usually wandering around on the banks of Claudy. And everything ends up sort of happily, I hope. Now this is the lovely Heather Smart. The lovely Heather Smart's going to accompany me on another song by a brilliant songwriter, Michael O'Halloran from New South Wales. And Mick is the lead songwriter of the duo, the Slimy Brothers. And if you know the Slimy Brothers, you'll know that Mick writes some pretty strange songs. And this isn't one of them. I found this on sometimes when I'm feeling a bit down, I have to put a Slimy Brothers CD on because it's all you can do really, and to liven yourself up again. And I found this on their CD where the Mulga meets the Scrub. And it's just a lovely little waltz country. So I asked him if I could sing it, and he thought that was good. And he sent me the words. And of course, they're different words now, because like all songwriters, he wrote it and then he thought, no, I don't like that, so he changed it. So now, Heather, do you want to sit closer, or are you able to see me? Right. Heather's had about 2 or 3 run-throughs with this only, and she'd never heard it before a couple of weeks ago. It's called Far Away Love. It's got a chorus, which you are very welcome to join in if it's not too early. Far away love, are you sleeping tonight? Far away love, is your star shining bright? In the next lifetime, I'll come as a dove and visit my faraway love. Oh, Mick in his romantic mood. I have a true love who lives far away. I may never see him again. I always knew he'd be leaving one day, but I never knew just when. Far away love, are you sleeping tonight? Far away love, is the star shining bright? In the next lifetime I'll come as a visit my far away love. Wide as the ocean, long is the road, no times of a moving hand. One day just seems to drift into another. How soon the distance expands. Far away love, sleeping tonight. Far away love. I saw here today. Well, the sunset I'm seeing right now, I'd send them to you over there far away. Get them to you somehow. Far away, sleeping tonight, singing. Far away, darling, the stars shining bright. In the next lifetime, I'll come as a dove, visit my far away love last time. Far away, darling, sleeping tonight. Far away, darling, the stars shining bright. In the next lifetime, I'll come as a dove, visit my far away love. In the next lifetime, I'll come as a dove and visit my far away love. She's going now, but she will be back. I'm very like that, you know, I get them on, shove them off, you know, it's what I do, it's what I do at Red Hill all the time. With statements like, this is all coming off your tongue, you know. This is, I'm going to do two songs about the country, like Australia's country, like the bush, and the struggle of the farmers. And the first one is a lovely poem by Henry Lawson. And it's called Andy's Gone with Cattle. Our Andy's gone to battle now, against drought the red marauder. Our Andy's gone with cattle now, across the Queensland border. He's left us in dejection now, our thoughts with him are roving. It's dull on this election now, since Andy went a-droving. Who now shall wear the cheerful face in times when things are slackers? And who shall whistle round the place when fortune frowns her blackers? And who shall shriek the squatter now when he comes round a snarling? His tongue is growing hotter now, since Andy crossed the Darling. The gates are out of order now, in storms the riders rattle. For far across the border now, our Andy's gone with cattle. Poor Auntie's looking thin and white, and Uncle's cross with worry. And poor old Blucher howls all night, since Andy left Macquarie. Oh, may the rain in torrents fall, and all the tanks run over. May the grass grow green and tall in pathways of the drover. And may good angels send the rain on desert stretches sandy. When the summer comes again, God grant 'twill bring us Andy. Thank you. That may not be the one that you know, actually. You might know the shorter three-verse one, but they're both attributed to Henry Lawson, and I have a feeling that Henry, like so many of us who write songs or poems, decided, yes, okay, that was good, and then later on, when he was reading it or hearing it or thought about it, he added a bit more, you know. We all do it. I tell you who's a devil for doing that, and that's Eric Bogle. He's really wicked for doing that. So if you hear somebody sing the Bogle song and you say, no, that's not the way Bogle sings it, well, it used to be the way he sang it. This is one of mine, and it's called Hanging On. And I wrote it in 2002. We had the worst drought in our history, really. I mean, we've had worse ones since then, but that was the first worst drought in our history. And the ABC did a documentary where they interviewed farmers, and really, this song kind of wrote itself, because I took a lot of the statements the farmers said in that documentary, which moved me deeply, and I just put them in a song. So a lot of the things you hear me singing are what they said. And you probably know that when, in times of really severe drought, they take the stock down the stock routes. They drove them down stock routes to eat the grass on the sides of the road, and it's called the long paddock. And so they go out in the long paddock, and that saves them for a bit longer. But in 2002, before Christmas, the Queensland Shires closed all the stock routes because they were just, there was no grass. They were just all dead and eaten out, and they couldn't be responsible for thousands of head of cattle dying out there in the bush. So it was really, really bad. It's worse now. So this one's for farmers. And it's got a chorus. Chorus is hanging on. This drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, blinking sweat from my eyes while I pray for a change in the weather. That's your bit. Christmas is coming across the dry land. I'm hanging on, hanging on. I've drawn my line and I'm taking my stand. Hanging on for the rain. The shepherds who watched all my flocks have all gone, and I'm hanging on, hanging on. The few sheep I have left, I can watch on my own. Hanging on for the rain. Hanging on, this drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, blinking sweat from my eyes, while I pray for a change in the weather. The wise men flew in to see farms cracked and parched. I'm hanging on, said the drought wouldn't break until maybe next March. But I'm hanging on for the rain. I've sold all the cattle that I could afford. Now I'm hanging on, hanging on. Now I'm hand feeding the best of the herd. Hanging on for the rain. Hanging on, this drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, blinking sweat from my eyes, while I pray for a change in the weather. The kids are excited, now Christmas is near. So I'm hanging on, hanging on. They'll think Santa's a mean old bugger this year, but I'm hanging on for the rain. Jane wants a Barbie doll, Joe wants a train. I'm hanging on, hanging on. My Christmas wish is for good summer rain. I'm hanging on for the rain. Hanging on, this drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, blinking sweat from my eyes, while I pray for a change in the weather. When they close the long paddock, we know times are bad. I'm hanging on, hanging on. No use to go droving, no grass to be had. Hanging on for the rain. I've thought about walking off hundreds of times, but I'm hanging on, for I'm tied to this land with invisible chains. I'm hanging on for the rain. Hanging on, this drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, drinking sweat from my eyes, while I pray for a change in the weather. coming across the dry land. I'm hanging on, hanging on. I've drawn my line and I'm taking my stand. Hanging on to the rain. Hanging on, hanging on. This drought can't last forever. Searching the skies, meeting sweat from my eyes, while I pray for a change in the weather. And I'm going to invite, coerce Sue Whiten onto the stage again. Fabulous writer, fabulous singer, fabulous songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist. She says she plays many instruments not very well. Is that true? I only play one instrument not very well, so there you go. Are you going to stand? At Red Hill Folk, we occasionally do a themed, we do themed nights, but we occasionally have a competition night. And we all either find songs or write songs that fit the theme of the competition. And a few months ago we had the blues competition. And I gave everybody a sheet that I got off the internet which tells you how to write the definitive blues. And so we all came, we all wrote our blues. This is not the winning song, and I know you'll be shocked when you hear that. When you hear it, you'll say, "Why didn't?" I know Sue was gobsmacked; she couldn't believe it. It sticks to the rules. Like when you write a blues, you write the first line, and then you have to write the second line exactly the same. So the second line is just a repeat of the first line. There are things like blues transport. Like, it's not a jet plane or anything. If you're leaving on a jet plane, you don't have the blues. No. It's Greyhound bus or freight train or, And we all had wonderful blues names. Oh, and you got extra points if your dog just died. There were a lot of dead dogs that night. Anyway, this is my entry. And when I wrote it, actually, there was in spring, I think about May, wasn't it? There was a lot of rain in Brisbane, thank goodness. And it always rained on a Monday, and Monday is my washing day. So I wrote, this is called the Rainy Monday Morning Washing Day Blues. So you can tell how bad it was. You're right, Missy Whiten? Oh. Woke up this morning, sky was dark and grey. Woke up this morning, sky was dark and grey. Another rainy Monday, I get down on my knees and pray. Blue rain, stay away from my washing line. Rain, stay away from my washing line. You can repeat that line if you like. I'm so tired of running in and out, arms full of wet washing all the time. Rain, Monday is my washing day. Oh, rain, Monday is my washing day. So don't come by Monday, please just stay away from my washing line. You hear me, rain? Wanna rain on Tuesday, Tuesday would be okay. Wanna rain on Tuesday, Tuesday would be okay. Rain, go away, just come back some other day. Stay away from my washing line. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they would be just fine. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they would be just fine. Don't you rain on Monday, you stay away from my washing line. You hear me, rain? line. Rain, stay away from my washing line. I'm so tired of running out and in and out with my arms full of wet washing all the time. Go for it, Sue. No. Yes. So she can't stand the rain up. Satisfied. That's very blues. I'm stuck here in this place and I can't be satisfied. I've been crying all alone in my empty bed because my old dog just up and died. Off the dog head. Gonna take a Greyhound bus, so maybe a southbound train. I'm gonna take a Greyhound bus, so maybe a southbound train. Gonna ride on where the skies are blue, gonna go where it just don't rain. I've got those rainy Monday mornings, washing laundry. Yes, I have. I've got those rainy Monday mornings, washing laundry. Fixing to die, cause there just ain't no cure for those rainy Monday mornings, washing line blues. Now I know what you're thinking, I know, but I can't say anything because the judge is up the back. The fabulous Judge Annie Hayes did not deem that as worthy of winning, but I must say Brad Jones, who won, was brilliant and got every single point in his song. Very cheekily and punnily, but he did it, so it was a well-deserved win. Now I'm going to get Heather back up, because this is our last song, and I should say, Hanging On is off my CD called Seasons. If somebody just turned my voice down, I'm sure somebody just turned my voice on. Put me back on. But look, I'm not finished yet. Right, Hanging On is from my CD Seasons, which is up the back there. And this next one is from the last CD I did called Women Do. And Women Do has one of Andrea's wonderful songs on it called Women Do, and I actually titled the song CD not after one of my songs but after one of Andrea's, because it's a wonderful, wonderful song. We had all sorts of fun doing that one, and people came along and played wonderful instruments, and you girls just... I don't want you where I can't see you. Would you please come forward? I need to see you. What are you doing back there? You're not background. Come on, you're foreground. Flick that. This is all coming off my time, you know. And before I do it, thank very much Andrea, who's going to be your wonderful MC for a while. Andrea? She's not there, but thank you anyway. Thank you very much, Mark and Dave, for your wonderful sound. Thank you, even though you do turn me off. Yes. They're working so hard all week. All weekend.
Roger's behind.
Angie and Don for letting me come and play. You know, I have been to every Neurum Creek since its inception, and I believe this is the 12th time. And I played in the very first one, and that was great. And Andrea said tomorrow morning, 8:30, for those who are still with us, down here the front, it's going to be the gospel session, and at 2 o'clock over on the session shed, I'm going to be running a workshop on the big ballads, which is going to offer you so much, death and destruction and war and suicide and infanticide and you know, it's everything you could possibly want in a good song, with a little light relief of love too. Called the Maybe Waltz. Take me in your arms as the fiddles are playing, and waltz me around the floor. Let me dream for a while in the warmth of your smile, so I won't feel alone anymore. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance. But we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. Maybe we'll part at the end of the evening and go off on our separate ways. Maybe we'll stay together this way for all of the rest of our days. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance. But we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. We both came along as the night was just beginning, dreaming of what might be. So dear, hold me tight while the stars are shining bright, and dance the maybe waltz with me. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance. But we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. Now the girls are going to have a little waltz by themselves. Take me in your arms as the fiddles playing, waltz me around the floor. Let me dream for a while in the warmth of your smile, so I won't feel alone anymore. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance. But we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. This is your last chance, so join in. Maybe we'll win, come on, say it. Maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance. But we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. Thank you very much.
Make it bigger, make it louder for Infante and Heather and Sue. I have nothing exciting to announce. Did we ever find whoever was lost last night? Felix. Is Felix found? Yes? No, nobody has a clue. Okay.
We're still looking for him.
Okay, Felix, we wish you a wonderful time wherever you are. So, look, just basic stuff. You know, pick up rubbish. Don't leave your chair in the marquee if you're not there. You know the drill. Drink Guinness. And we'll be back in just a moment.